always happy to help. Thanks for calling Bluehost.com.
Trained experts available to every Bluehost customer 24/7. Sign up today.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi, Coral.
Hello.
You know, with this setup, it looks like we're kind of
Yeah.
peering at each other.
And we're not.
We're not, actually. It's kind of
I feel very isolated, actually.
interesting. Can I has anyone posted any pictures of what the podcast stream looks like now?
No, nobody
Nick?
knows what it looks like.
Is that like a bad thing? Like if I just like take like a small video and post it on Discord so people can like get an idea?
Well, like KP teased at it, but then he decided against it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Like
I don't think he'd be particularly mad.
I feel like this isn't a bad thing. I feel like knowing what the setup is like half the battle, because people have definitely been like, "You guys look weird.
Yeah.
The sides
Which
of your
I can
face."
see. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and post on the attack sub channel right now. How you been, Coral? Nick's here too. You can't hear him just on my microphone.
Hey.
I've been pretty good. Pretty chill. How have you guys been?
Good.
Nick's been good, if you didn't get that.
How's a swap between these?
Oh, I didn't even.
backgrounds
It didn't even occur to me that I could get a moving background. Ah, I
You know,
messed up.
we're like oddly actually proportioned in both of our backgrounds.
Yeah,
So we haven't done a staff cast in a while.
yeah. We stopped doing that for a bit.
Which
I did
is-
I think the last one I did was just me and Caesar hanging out.
What did you talk about with Caesar?
Everything.
Everything?
We covered all topics.
I love Caesar. He's a great guy. So recently, you may or may not have seen, we reformatted our Patreon, and Staffcasts are of course a perk for the Patreon subscribers because we love you very much, and I feel like we've been neglecting you a little bit. You know,
I think that's been happening.
I'll just be a little open and honest about it.
Which is why we worked on restructuring it so that we can be better at that.
Yeah. When the attack went, you know, we finished our run on Disney, and we're like, okay, we have a little bit of downtime to, you know, focus on the show again when it gets picked up. Maybe it gets picked up. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Whatever. Maybe we focus on, you know, other properties, new things, and one of those things is definitely giving more back to you guys because we realized that we lost something there when we were focusing so much on the show for DXP. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can gain a little bit of your trust back, and by we I mean Coral, because clearly
Just me.
she's the fall person for all of this. What's really cool, so we're doing. I think the most exciting thing about the new Patreon is that we're doing Attack directors commentaries.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be neat. I think it'll be good.
Just gonna sit in a room, watch an old episode, like Alex, Aaron, some of the producers. I'm sure Corrado will be there because he wants to be in everything. He said he doesn't, but he definitely does. And
He also loves like any retrospective
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
of.
member.
Is there something that you're looking or not looking forward to kind of revisiting?
Just anything that I messed up. I don't want to revisit that.
Those do make good stories. I'm hearing, Nick, that the audio might be weird. Mics are all high pitched.
Oh.
I mean, sounds good to me.
Nick says it sounds good to him. I'm not calling you a liar, but Nick might be calling you a liar.
There's a little bit of an echo, but that's just the nature of this room.
We're definitely working on that. I did post a picture in the Discord, which is super, you know, not timely if we were listening to the audio version of this 3 months later, but of a little bit what the podcast room looks like. And our profile shot. But yeah, we're excited about the Attack Directors commentaries. We're excited to get some custom posters out to people. We're still doing like our big two rewards the same. We're doing more regular Founding Fathers hangouts. We're gonna have an up-produced piece of BTS content every week, which is really cool. So that either might be like Attack from Behind or like Coral doing an arts and crafts project or like a sit-down staff interview with someone. We're doing a garage sale this Saturday. I think we're gonna like record a little bit of that and see how that goes. We have a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of stuff we don't need.
How did the garage sale come about, Coral?
That's Rob. Rob really enjoys the act of selling things, and it's just the clutter around us has been piling up for a while. So I think it's just naturally can be. There's also a costume sale in a few weeks, so we're hoping if we kind of sell a lot of the stuff we don't need right now, then we can use that money to buy better things for the future.
What would be your ideal costume? Like, if you had your pick of the litter.
The big thing is we just need like normal women's clothing because all our costumes for the most part are like men's costumes, and then we have like 2 dresses, and one of them is like this lingerie leopard print short thing. So it's just not, we don't have a lot of options for female characters. So I'd like to get some more of that. We have a Princess Peach dress. That might be it. That's my big get.
We have some like shitty dresses from Goodwill.
I think we got rid of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they were shitty.
They were funny though.
That was unique. He picked those up.
Allegedly.
Oh, one of those is the leopard print, and one is like a Halloween costume, but only half a costume. It's a dress, but the slit goes all the way up to like the top of the collar, so it's not really functional as a dress.
Apparently Coral and Nick sound like Smurf voices. Nick's holding his head going, that's so weird right now. He looks actively confused. It's a really low pressure situation.
I'm just trying to listen, but everyone sounds fine. I sound like a Smurf because there's an echo.
Well, I think the Smurf means high pitched.
Yeah.
Like a chipmunk.
Hold on, I'm gonna unplug your mic and plug it back in. Cool.
Okay.
Anywho,
Let me do the same to Joe just to be sure.
Jason is.
Alright.
Jason's nailing stuff in the other room. If you hear that tapping. Yeah. So garage sale, costume sale, Patreon. Anything else that's less promotionally? We've been having a fun couple of weeks. I think a break might be the adequate word, because normally we're going 100 miles per hour and we've kind of been going like 45.
Yeah.
So
It was necessary. I think we were all close to burnout mode. So.
but how like, because I find myself enjoying that for a couple of days. It's like, okay, it's like 3 or 4 days of we have it easy. There's a lot of extra time. Maybe we're like browsing a little extra Amazon, browsing a little extra Twitter at work during the day because there's less stuff to do. But I feel like that bothers both of us.
Yeah, I'm also like, I feel like I function at my best when I have too much to do. Like that's peak me is too much. So when I don't know. I'm also like working on stuff mostly computer based all day. Like anything I am working on when I'm busy is usually computer based, and then if I have time to kill, it's also computer based. And I'm not used to that, and I don't really love that. Just sitting on the computer for like 9-10 hours a day. So I'm getting stir crazy, I guess.
Need to do some more calisthenics mid workday.
Yeah. Just build shit for no reason.
We framed some poster prints today. That was fun. We
That's
mounted
nice.
some canvas.
Going up in yours and Nick's new place.
Yeah, Nick and I got an apartment last week. I guess it's a condo technically. I don't want to undersell it. What are you doing Friday night, Coral?
Nothing.
Oh,
Housewarming party?
yeah, I think we're gonna have a party. I haven't told Nick yet. He's in the room.
I think he's not gonna like that idea.
Nick just opened the stream and realized what all of you are hearing in terms of chickmunk voices.
That's great. That's fine.
Is it entertaining at least? Can I hear your audio in my headphones, Coral, or is it just
I don't know. Do we?
no? Because there's no chipmunks going on here.
How about
Yeah.
now?
No,
No.
none of it. Yeah. Anywho, so Nick fucked up. What else is new? Other things Nick messed up. I don't think Nick's messed anything in our apartment up yet.
Oh, that's good. I would say whoever decided to put a Nest thermostat in messed up, but that's just a personal opinion, and I don't live there, so it doesn't count.
Well, okay. So when Nick and I started looking at places, probably I don't know, 4 months ago, 5 months ago at this point, probably 4 months ago when we moved to the building. I added some alerts on Slick Deals for like some smart home technology because I'm like, man, I really want an August smart lock. I really want a Nest thermostat. I need more Philips Hue bulbs. I wanted to get a sound bar, like all this stuff. I got an Alexa, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this all now because we're gonna move in soon. Smash cut to 4 months later when I accrued all this stuff slowly. It's been sitting in a closet in a box because I don't have a lock or a thermostat to properly install it on. Like the first thing I did when we get to our house is like, fuck, I'm putting the lock on the door, man. I'm putting this Nest thermostat on. And both of them I had to customize to get to work properly.
That's a sign you don't need to install that in your rented condo.
Well, okay. I did no customization to the condominium, only to the product.
Is that better? Because what if you move in a year?
Then hopefully I'll have a different door lock that doesn't require the piece that I definitely broke a little bit to fit on the door.
Yeah.
Or I'll just ask August for another attachment piece. But yeah, so our door latch, our thumb lock wasn't compatible with the lock. It was a little like the peg to put it on was too wide, or just too wide. So I had to bore out this plastic piece a little bit to make it fit because it was a little too small. So I probably ruined the structural integrity of it, and we'll definitely get locked out of our house one day.
Yeah.
And Nick's panicking right now. And the thermostat. isn't supposed to work with the system we have. Because the electrician prior like put in like weird spliced wires and like they weren't labeled correctly, and the drywalling to the unit just wasn't right either. So when we peeled off the old thermostat and the old faceplate, it's just like this giant hole in the wall. And I sent Coral a picture last night. I'm like, hey Coral, you want to make something to make our wall look prettier? Because it just looks disgusting. It's like the nest in the middle of a barren hole right now in our hallway.
Also, what happens, like, can you swap it back easily?
Yeah.
Okay.
We definitely didn't do things though that couldn't be easily fixed. Right now, my thing though is trying to figure out what's going on the walls and how to properly mount them, because I really don't want to put screws in the wall or nails. I feel like that's a no-no in a rented place.
I've always done that, and it's never been a problem. Also, anywhere I've moved in has had nails in the wall and holes in the wall, so I always just kind of assume it's fair game.
Our condo kind of did the thing where like they just paint over everything, like even like the door jambs. Like it's definitely like a fresh cone of sloppy-ish white eggshell paint on everything. So any holes put in the wall will definitely be noticeable if someone goes like inspects it clearly.
Yeah.
I can do like command hooks, but I don't know if those really.
Those are good as long as it's not too heavy.
I don't know. So my thing is that like I want to have something on every wall. I'm like, look at all this empty space. And wouldn't it be glorious to put like just shit everywhere? Like
a gallery wall, like a nicely laid.
Nick says no.
Okay.
That's what he that would be good, but he wants everything on every piece of blank space.
Yeah, I think any blank space is bad.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's not, and clearly I'm wrong about that, and I'll acknowledge that. But the fight that Nick and I are gonna have is that I'm gonna be like, hey, there's this 10 square foot piece of empty wall. Let's put something there. It's gonna be like, no, don't do that. It's gonna look bad. But I'm gonna be like, the wall's empty.
I think you have to evenly split up the walls, and then you each get to take over that wall and decide what goes on it or what doesn't go on it. And that'll end with a nice balance. You'll have some gallery walls and some blank walls, and it'll look nice.
Well, we'll surely figure it out. I mean, when we have you over Friday night for that party that we're gonna have.
I'm all for having people over, but I feel like a party is just a bad first impression.
Just don't call it a party then.
It's not a party.
A Friday night gathering.
It's a kickback.
That's better.
It's a kickback.
I'd never heard the word kickback used until 6 months ago.
What?
Because it's a California thing?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah, no one ever said that in Georgia or Florida.
What would you call a small get together with less than 15 of your friends where there's probably not blaring music?
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, or like
If you're hanging out with 10 people though, because I think if you're hanging out with more than 5 people, then you're not just hanging out anymore. Then it's like a shindig.
I don't know. There wasn't really a word for it. I don't know. It was just hanging out or having people over.
I don't know
I
don't know who installed the screws in these chairs, but my chair is definitely coming apart right now. I'm like trying to actively screw it back together.
I think it was Alan.
I think it was Alan.
Let's blame
Alan texted me. He wants to know what he needs from Target.
Oh, it's a very specific thing, and it's only at one Target.
Oh.
Which is he still here?
He's right here.
Alan. Yeah, he's been waiting for us to respond to this text.
I didn't get your text. I will pull up the exact thing you need and where you need to get it from.
Okay.
You can close that door now. Go back to doing whatever you weren't doing. Stop being so mean to him. He's actually really nice. He's a really sweet boy. You know he does open mics on like
I know.
Wednesday night. We really have to mob the place.
Yeah, we can't tell him we're gonna do that though. We have to just show up.
Yeah.
And ruin the experience.
It'll be a random night. But like, how do we properly ruin that experience? Like, do we just like go too crazy? Like we pretend like we're fanboys or something?
Yeah. Or like we all pretend like we're all his cousins in town visiting from somewhere in Middle America.
I think that he would eat that up though. Like I think he's totally about that. The voices are still fucked up. Wow. Nick has one job. Front page wasn't like this. No, or excuse me, the attack light wasn't like this. What did you do in the last couple hours, Nick? Jesus, that guy. Um, yeah, so we're gonna have a kickback on Friday.
Good plan.
I'm hoping that if we invite everyone last minute, almost no one comes.
Why would you want nobody to come?
Well, I'm paranoid of like, I think that we live in a semi-quiet community.
We do. We
That's
absolutely.
that's the vibe I'm getting. So I don't know how to properly throw a party slash kickback slash shindig and not make everyone hate us.
Yeah.
I think you just have people over and you just drink and have a good time. Don't play loud music.
Well, I mean, okay, so you don't play loud music. That's step one. You play
No stomping around.
moderately low music. You're probably not dancing because a child definitely lives underneath us.
Correct.
You say that like it's just like there's just this kid who has his own apartment downstairs.
What else do we do? Like, I feel like
Part of it is what you call it. So you could call it like a potluck or a get together or a gathering, and then everyone comes with low energy. They're not coming to like be too loud.
but if you bring certain people, they're just gonna get loud regardless.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what happens if Eddie's there? He's just gonna go crazy.
He will. Can unleash that.
And then like I don't want to be the person who's like, hey guys, can you just calm down? Like I don't want our neighbors to hate us.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have this problem like consistently over the next couple months. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna want to bring friends from school over. I'm gonna want to bring people from work over. Like I have
You have to
other
just
friends in the area.
Rule with an iron fist. You have to kick someone out as soon as they're too loud, and then they'll learn and they'll respect the space.
You think I can do that to? So what if we like plant a?
Corrado.
What if we like plant a dummy? Like we have like a dummy friend that we invite. And
Bring
then
someone you don't actually want to be there, and then kick them out right away.
Okay, so we'll just invite Alan.
Yeah.
Or- Just said I'd stop being mean to him.
Is he Alan?
Alan.
Is he still around?
No. I think he lied.
Alan. Yeah. See, he hasn't left yet.
Come here. This is what you're gonna get,
Okay.
and then it is at.
Is that Target?
Yes, but it is at only one of them, and there's two nearby. It's at
Very nice to know.
that one.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's seen pictures, but Alan used to have like platinum blonde dyed poofy hair.
Yeah, no, I used to have a little mop as a hair.
And I'm thinking about it because Kev just got his he got his hair highlighted.
Okay.
My sister's in the office, just
yeah,
like
she got-
dyeing hair.
Yeah.
He got his hair did.
He's been pretty excited about it.
Going, guys?
Probably horrible. I mean, I don't know. If you had to make a collection of people, well, okay, one, the audio's fucked up. Like we sound like
I
chipmunks,
think
which
that's
is
a good thing.
definitely.
You always sound like a chipmunk, dude.
I mean,
sound extra chipmunk.
yeah, Coral definitely doesn't. The other thing, I don't know. We're getting back in the swing of it. We're hanging out. I wish that we had more people, so we weren't doing like this podcast setup.
Yeah.
Dude, I can rock a hat backwards. This doesn't.
I don't know why you don't do it.
Um, if okay, so here's the rule. If the brim's flat, it goes on the back of the head, tilted up like that.
No,
If the brim is curled,
If you're gonna do it
it's
to the
bad.
side, you gotta do it like that.
no. That's just wrong. No, it has to sit on the back of your head, like
How
pointed
about-
towards the sky.
How about this? Consider this.
I don't even think. I
There you
can't
go.
wait for him to go to Target. I'm so excited for him to leave.
Oh, also crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Okay, wish.
There's a
Oh,
Petco.
also for the garage sale, we need those little stickers you put on items.
What?
We're having a garage sale on Saturday.
Yes, I'm aware.
We need like little, like little circular stickers that you like put on an item to mark its value.
Oh, got it.
There should be like a pack of stickers that are like the size of a quarter. There's probably like 100 of them in a pack.
I need something to spend money. Yo, shout out to Lowe's playing PUBG.
Yeah, that's passive aggressive, isn't it?
Thank you. Alright, I'll be back.
Anywho, so that's Alan. I think he's just hanging around now. Like we definitely were paying him for a period of time, but I think he just has the same Stockholm syndrome that the rest of us do. He's just here.
That's a bummer.
No, that's actually not true. Alan actually, we put on an ask for interns for like UCLA and CSUN because of me and Caesar and Alejandro. It was like easy for us to get people from there, and Alan actually doesn't go to either of those schools. Like he has a friend who went to one of those schools and just forwarded him like the posting, and they're like, "Hey, I think this would be great for you."
That's industrious.
Yeah, like so that was a pretty sick friend because now like he's been hanging around, and he's a pretty swell guy. God, Nick pulled up the audio again, and it's still broken. Anywho, so to recap, party Friday, but it's not a party.
Right.
And we'll play some Smash, have some board games. I don't know. We signed a no smoking clause in our lease, and not like a no cigarettes clause, like a no marijuana use of any kind, even edibles, on the property, which I thought was oddly
weird.
specific,
Yeah.
and I definitely broke the first night.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Nick. Not really. Yes, I am.
It's gonna be broken.
Like I get not lighting like a J, like in the middle of the place.
Yeah, you shouldn't smoke anything in a rented place, I think is the polite thing, yes.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be accepted like walking around the community either.
Yeah.
And you can in California you can't do it like on the street.
Right.
So like where do you go? What do you do?
Well, everyone definitely does it in their parking spot.
Yeah.
That's where they do it.
In the car.
In the car?
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of like smoking in the car though, because I
I'm
feel
not
like it's gonna be like cigarettes, but it's not.
I've been in a few cars where I was like, oh man, that's potent.
I think maybe there was some in there and you didn't know it, Nick. So we got some questions to Potswick
Oh, we did.
we can talk about. They're not many.
Okay.
I think there's a couple that went into Hey Listen too.
Okay, we can pull those. We can also just ask for more right now because we're here to acknowledge a beautiful face and hang out and figure out why our system's broken. We sound like chipmunks.
There are none in Hey Listen.
There are none in Hey Listen. Coral has confirmed the non-existence of question Hey Listen, but there are some in Potswick.
There might be some in show chat too.
There's some in Show Tab. Oh, look at that. Boop, boop, boop. Audio is real crackly. Woo, crack. Joey, Coral, and Nick are going Smurf voices. Yep. Yeah, oh wow. We really messed it up. Jim Deasy's recommending command hooks. I do have some of the Velcro ones. I might put some of the Velcro ones up.
Those are nice.
A couple questions in the topic. Yeah. From Zannerly, up at the top.
Zanley's a good man. He agrees. He doesn't like empty walls.
Are you allowed to paint your walls?
I wish. I'm almost certain we can't, but if we could, I would, because the living space desperately needs an accent wall.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
You don't even need to really put anything on there. It's pretty
Yeah.
small. Our pitch is we're gonna put like 4 or 6 of like the Mario 64 world paintings on there.
I don't know what those are.
The mics are overcompensating from Rob's voice earlier.
Mm.
I had a nice lunch with Rob. We went to In-N-Out.
I just had my frittata alone at my desk.
I can't think about frittata without thinking about Nelly Furtado. All right. Xanderly wants to know if we're ready for TwitchCon. Are we ready for TwitchCon, Coral? Coral didn't get to go to last year's TwitchCon, so she's probably excited that she gets to go to this one.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I can go to a thing. I don't think I've been to any things yet. I've done no things. This will be my first thing.
Which sounds kind of weird because, like, we in particular, we do all the work beforehand,
Yeah.
and then when the thing happens, we just kind of stand there.
Oh, so I did all the work for the last one. I just didn't get to go for the sitting around part.
Damn.
I'm concerned TwitchCon's gonna be much smaller because of the location being in Long Beach instead of San Diego. I obviously don't know anything about ticket sales right now, but I just get the feel that like it was like intentionally downscaled a little bit. We're doing. Have we talked about what we're doing at all?
No,
Are we not supposed to?
I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh.
I
Well-
think.
We finished one thing, and it's good.
We're going to be at TwitchCon. All of us will be at TwitchCon. We'll be doing a thing at TwitchCon.
Mm-hmm. Confirmed.
May or may not be on an elevated platform. and Nick and I are looking longly into each other's eyes right now. And
To be fair, we do that all the time.
yeah, we actually Nick and I make a lot of eye contact, because we love each other. Yeah, the thing that we're doing at TwitchCon is going to be very good. And normally I'm a little bit of a cynic about most of the stuff we do. Like, I'll be the first to tell you a lot of our shows are bad. But the thing we're doing at TwitchCon I love, and I think it's going to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It made Coral laugh when she saw the pitch, and Coral doesn't laugh at a lot of stuff.
No. Not here.
Yeah. So if you're going to TwitchCon, you should definitely we'll get all the info. We're definitely also doing a meet and greet too, which will either be Friday or Saturday. It's not locked in yet. I think the thought is that Friday makes more sense because more of us are going to be there. But if a lot of people are only going for TwitchCon on the weekend, then we might either do 2 or just bump it to Saturday, to like better accommodate you guys. Because really all you care about is like, you know, Alex and Aaron and, maybe Kevin, maybe. Generally also wants to know how you've been.
Fine.
Just fine?
Yeah.
Existing.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound very satisfied.
Yeah.
Coral needs more work.
I do.
Coral needs more work. My work is putting together Nick and I's apartment. I think Nick is concerned with all the stuff that I brought. Because
A lot of stuff.
I definitely just own a lot more stuff than Nick does.
No, I think we own about the same, except I had restraints and less stuff at my original. And I'm like, I'm moving into a smaller space, so I have to take less things.
I think I have an adequate amount of stuff for the space we're in. I think we're at a point where we're prepared for like anything. Like if there's anything we need, like we kind of have it. Whether it be like, tape or tools or linens or
Do you have a vacuum?
yeah.
Good.
I think we have most things. We have a Swiffer.
We don't have a blender.
We don't have a blender. We don't have a waffle iron either. Waffle iron's
iron's
probably
non-essential.
tertiary.
Yeah.
I live a decadent life.
Got that rice cooker right away though.
Yeah, man, that thing is
I haven't tried it yet. I got some rice for it, but maybe I'll fire it up tonight.
very good.
I have to go to IKEA tonight. Shout out to anyone who wants to go to the Burnbank IKEA tonight. Because I had a disassembled piece of IKEA furniture that I lost all of the screws for. I just don't know where they are. I'm kind of bummed about that. What have you guys been doing lately now that the show's on break? I think we covered that a little bit. It's a lot of developing other stuff because we do exist like as a business that like sells shows and like does production jobs, right? So there are other things to work on in that regard.
More like researchy things, kind of.
Research,
Less exciting.
yeah. Like, I guess the way the industry, if you want to call it that, works, that like you have to make things to show people you can make things. Like you're making pilots and pitches and examples.
Yeah.
So we've been working on that because like it's always good to have like a plan B and C around, and just make more money in some more things. Because it would be great to just employ more people, have a bigger space, be able to make everything we do on a more grandiose scale.
Yeah.
And that involves like reaching out. Zanoli wants to know how it is living with me, Nick.
He's fine. Joey's fine. The one thing that I am a little concerned about is we are on the second floor, so there's people that live below us. And every now and then, he doesn't do it too often, but he's a very heavy stepper. And he likes to do a thing where he like dances in place. And like every other step or so is like a heavy placement. And I'm like, oh no.
I have no idea what Nick's talking about.
You're like a pacer. You like to move around, which is fine. But it's just like 1 out of every 25 steps is like a heavier stomp. I don't want to be the neighbor that everyone's like, oh, look at those shitty guys. Oh, I hate them. Ugh.
Especially because we're young. We're like some of the younger people there, so I don't want people to just hate us because we're young.
Right.
And like prove them right that like we're shitty because we're young.
And we're not shitty. And I think I'm overly sensitive. I think that's what it is. I just want to make sure that we are.
Which is
fine.
why we're having a party on Friday.
Like, no stepping. No moving. No.
I definitely do. I'm guilty of can you just like, what do you do when you're on the phone with someone, Coral? Like you're calling your mom.
I pace.
You
a
pace?
I
lot.
walk everywhere.
Yeah.
As far as I can go, I will walk.
Yeah. Anywho, can you guys spill what the posters will feature on Patreon? No, because they're not made yet. But we are making exclusive posters. That we're gonna send out to everybody on the $50 and up tier.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be quarterly. I believe what we're gonna do. I'm kind of the one who's in control of the Patreon right now. Like I'm kind of heading it up. We're gonna do stuff more like the Doom poster and less like the Aaron singles. So maybe that's like commissioned artwork of all of us as cartoon characters with a bunch of different, cartoon things. Maybe it's like a really artsy version of the logo that you can like hang up and have it be like less of a who the fuck are all these people on the wall and more like a Louis Vuitton pattern that you can actually like. Coral says no. Coral says okay. Maybe we won't do that. It's gonna be a lot of different things. We're really excited about that because we do have a giant printer in the office,
Yes.
which is one of my favorite toys. I'm really. Coral and I actually tried to use the printer the other day, and it wasn't working, and we spent 2 hours just looking at it
Yeah.
and trying to fix it.
We didn't really break it, but it looked like we broke it. So, but it's fine now.
Fine now. Lampoon, similar merch question. Please explain why there aren't any attack shirts. Coral, please explain why there aren't any
I
attack
don't
shirts.
really know. We just keep kind of like almost having the shirts, and then things change, and then we don't have the shirts. And I don't really, they don't tell me about the shirts. Do you know why? I think we just want really good ones, and we haven't found the really
I think
good
the quality's
printing
been
situation. Yeah.
The quality of the shirt itself.
Yeah, we want them to be nice and soft and just be like good t-shirts, not like heavy cotton Gildan prints.
Yeah, we don't want anything. So like the shirt I'm wearing right now, like it has like this peely print on it that like comes off in the wash. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do heavy cotton shirts.
Mm-hmm.
We want something that we would actually enjoy wearing ourselves and not like cheap merch because it's really easy to get cheap shirts.
I saw a design yesterday. It looked pretty cool. KevCat made it.
We keep making more designs just because we have time to, but really the situation is that we're partnering with someone to make the shirts. And we got a couple test prints and we didn't like the quality of them. And there's a different way of manufacturing the shirt that we're going to adhere to, but we haven't committed to full production yet because it's harder to get test samples of those.
Yeah.
So Yaniv says soon, but Yaniv operates like on valve time for the most part, so it's like, I would expect shirts soon though, at least from what I know, and they're gonna be cool and they're gonna be nice and you're gonna be happy wearing them because they're not gonna be like obnoxious, and they're gonna be comfortable and they're gonna hold up in the wash and they're gonna be like worth the value and not just be like, hey guys, we want money, buy our shirts.
Yeah.
That's a goal. Ace in the Sky, has anyone gotten bored enough to build something stupid and dangerous in the studio yet?
This room.
Nick says this room, it's really hard to work on.
It's very dangerous to walk in between the computers and where I'm stationed.
Yeah.
There's lots of wires.
Yeah, you kind of have to come in through the other room if you're going to get to like this part of it, which is strange, and I feel like people are just going to not do that a lot.
Yeah. People have been getting more brave with Ricardo, too, since it's been downtime.
Oh, yeah.
People like to pet him, or attempt to pet him. He's a
Sometimes
spider.
sometimes he's into it and he'll stick around for a few pets, and sometimes he hides in his pineapple.
I love that he has a SpongeBob pineapple.
I think he's getting too big for it, though. I think he needs a new
A bigger
cave,
pineapple.
a bigger pineapple.
We hollow out a real pineapple. That's it. Yeah, if he gets too much bigger, he probably won't appreciate the pineapple anymore.
Yeah.
Or maybe he like is really fondly attached to it and he's gonna cram himself in there.
No. If we can turn it on its side, and then he'll have more space.
The Yaniv bought a bunch of like rock climbing wall pigs.
I forgot about that.
And they were just like in a plastic baggie, and he had Alan one day bolt them into drywall. And mind you, they're just in the drywall. They're not attached to studs, because the studs in these walls also are steel studs. They're not studded in. They're just screwed into drywall. And people try climbing on it, which you can't do because of the weight, the way they are attached to the wall, the fact that the pigs are too small.
Yeah.
They're like hardcore climbing pigs. They're small ones, and yeah, it's really dumb and dangerous. Someone tried to climb it recently and just like ripped drywall off the wall. Like it's not a good situation, not at all. Moneymaker wants to know, what do you think about Coral's Craft Corner as a show or segment?
I kind of learn how to do all the crafts I do as it happens. So it would be me starting over a lot, I think. But
we're definitely for one of our Patreon BTS episodes, we're gonna do like a Coral Crafts, and it'll be some kind of a build.
yeah, the next time I have like a big thing to make.
Yeah. Or even a smaller thing. We tried that angle before, like I say years ago, like we've been doing this for 5 years, but in the first studio, I had to make a knife that the point of the bit was like a knife, but instead of cutting meat, it like puts meat back in, like it's a fixing knife. So we tried to run clear plastic tubing on the backside of a of like a long, thick knife.
Yeah.
And then on the other side we had like a syringe type device that we were going to use to push ground round out through the tube, so it looked like the steak was like putting meat.
Yeah.
Or the knife was spitting out meat. And we tried to make like a Joey Crafts while making that video for Game Wisp at the time. And the problem is that we didn't have enough pressure in the line, and the meat, we got like fatty ground round, and it was too fatty. So when it was trying to get pushed through the tube, it just like coagulated and stuck.
Cool.
And then we thought, okay, what if we cut it with water? Like try and take some of the fat out and like use the
Yeah.
water to like push through the tube, which made it even worse and more greasy. And you would think that like the grease would help make it slide through, right? But it wasn't the case. It was like why you have to have like heart surgery, because the fucking veins were just all gunked up. So it ended up being just like a video of me
Like with the meat.
playing with ground round, like slowly trying to add water, mix it,
Yeah.
pour the water and fat out, add water, mix it, and the whole bit didn't work. I forget how we solved the problem, but it's
Ugh.
like none of it worked.
Yeah. I feel like once you put a camera on someone trying to make something they haven't made before, it's gonna get harder.
Yeah.
So.
I guess it depends on what you want the product to be, right? Though, because like if you want it to be like the genuine, like this is how this stuff gets created,
Yeah.
then like yeah, it gets harder. But you really see like the iterations of stuff, or that like we don't know what we're making at the time. We just kind of
But I feel like it'd be kind of unsatisfying to watch the process go from like, we're gonna make something that works and it does these 3 things, and then you change it and modify it and like compromise.
Yeah.
And, like, well, it does these 2 things now. Well, actually, it does 1.5 things, but it does it really cool. And then you see it actually in action on the show, and then you were like, well, this would have been cooler if it did those 3 things.
like the Power Glove 2.0 originally had like 10 features.
Dude, I can't wait to do a director's commentary on that one.
What do you think would be the best? Like we should actually take suggestions. If you wanna let us know in show chat right now for the first director's commentary, what do you think the best episode of like the 20 from the Disney run would be, or the 19, not counting the last one?
Should we start with those?
Or should we do,
pull
like,
some
really
deep
old
cuts?
stuff?
Yeah.
Whatever, I think.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, in any episode you think that would be particularly interesting for a director's commentary, let us know, because we have not decided on one. You have a couple. Why do you think the Power Glove one would be interesting to look back at, Nick?
Because we lit an actual fire in the studio and people were panicking.
People get really concerned about things like that don't need to be concerned about. Like, yeah,
Like
we lit a fire in
open
the studio.
fires in a building.
Appropriate
That's a
concern.
good thing to be concerned about.
It was in a barbecue. Like, what's the worst that's
It
gonna
fell out
Barbecue.
and caught something else on fire.
Floor is concrete. What's gonna? Is the concrete gonna burn?
Somebody brought, like, I had fabric, and I was like, I don't think I should put this thing out with this heavy fabric. And it just, that would have been horrible. Because the fabric would have caught on fire. And it just would have
I did a little bit. I patted it out.
Yeah.
Do we have?
And we were sitting on a green screen made of wood.
Did we have a BTS? Do we have BTS of like us filming that? No, we purged that. I think because we didn't want to like talk
We
about.
wanted no evidence that
Yeah.
we had a fire in the studio. That was
We
good-
did have a fire marshal there though, right?
As in
Yes.
me, me with the fire extinguisher.
No, we had like everything was properly done and accounted for. We're a legitimate business who does things by the book. Yes. Lampoon wants to know when will Lydia/Spitting Game be coming back. That's a good question.
Hopefully soon.
We want it.
Yeah.
What you can't see, because the camera's only pointing at so many things, is that the room next to us
Dude, should we just give him a little taste?
is like a podcast room. I mean, who's actually watching right now? Like, what if I just?
There's 34 people watching. So
Okay.
these 34 people are gonna get quite the. Hold on, Joey's gonna bring the cam.
Uh-oh.
Oh, maybe you should just, pick it up and point the cam right here at this window where I'm at. Oh no, Joey's futzing around.
Oh.
Maybe you should have one of the cameramen do it.
This makes me nervous to watch. You guys can't see this. Myron can see this.
How tight's this wire, Myron?
Huh?
How tight's this wire?
I feel like the better choice would be just right here. There's a window right here.
I'm just trying to put the camera in the other room.
Other room. Oh,
We just want to show them a little bit. Give them a little taste. Not too long.
It's dark in there.
It's dark. That's good though. It can't be the best view. Dude, this hot TV right here.
Wow. That
It's so
looks
dark.
like nothing.
Wow,
Yeah.
this was a failed bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, can you put the camera back there? I'm gonna go under.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, our green room is becoming a podcast room. Which exciting things are happening. I don't know if you noticed, but the Pointless Podcast is back in the iTunes store.
Yay.
So that's a thing. Also, that room allows us to, there's a big table to play board games on. There's gonna be microphones to sit around, and there's just gonna be more stuff we can make because we want to be making stuff. Every time that Coral is just sitting at her desk on Tumblr, she dies a little bit because she's not making stuff.
Dude, I miss talking about video games.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about stuff.
I miss having another outlet to berate Nick because I don't have enough of them.
You have the worst takes.
The worst takes,
Yeah.
all of my takes are golden. I'm such a better tastemaker than you.
I feel like I saw all the best movies
I
of
know.
the year as soon as we stopped doing Night of the Living Show. Like, I have a backlog of movies that are great that I want to talk about, and TV.
There's so much to talk about, and we want to talk about them with y'all.
Nick actually just talks into a void sometimes just because he can't not talk about stuff. Anywho, let's go ahead and scrub the show chat. Maybe there's some gems in there before we wrap this thing up. Yeah.
See.
Woo, the Attack's doing I think at TwitchCon. Can't wait. You should definitely come to TwitchCon.
Yeah, you should come to TwitchCon.
If you are in the Southern California area,
I want to shake your hand personally.
Nick smells bad.
I smell great.
Nick keeps all of his deodorant in the cabinet.
I keep one deodorant stick in there, and I keep one in my gym bag.
He also keeps like all the towel like I feel like it's all of my stuff is out in the apartment and Nick keeps all of his stuff like in his room like in case he needs like a to-go bag. So like Nick, I don't know if Nick ever puts deodorant on because like it's not on the counter or anything.
I mean, you sit by me, you'd probably be able to tell. There'd be serious conversations if, like, I smell. And they would be like, how do we tell Nick he smells without hurting his feelings? And then people would just be like, just do it. That's definitely happened before here at the studio.
Wait, it has?
What's up?
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Corrado.
We're trying to make content.
Hey, Corrado, do I smell?
Nope. Can't confirm. Nick does not smell.
See?
Why? Do you think he smells?
No.
Joey says he thinks I might smell because he never sees me put on deodorant, but he can neither confirm nor deny.
Where do you keep
I put on deodorant every day.
where do you keep your deodorant, Corrado? Because Nick hides his.
I have one in my backpack. I have one on my desk. I have one in my gym bag, and then I have one at home.
See?
I have them everywhere.
I only have two.
I use them all. I'll do a half day, a mid-roll. Like I can't be without that. I refuse.
I keep one in my trunk for emergency purposes.
Wouldn't it melt?
No, not if you have like not gel stick, but like a what do you call it? Like
A stick.
like a stick, like
I
the more white
stick that
deodorant.
I left in my car and it melted and
Yeah.
it was awful.
We did that on the show.
Yes.
Remember we had
Yeah,
that whole
we
concept?
melted it. We melted stick deodorant
But
outside.
like a white, like the white.
Yeah,
sticks.
I just like a normal
I
like
use
Dove.
the gel sticks and they don't melt.
Oh.
And they're not antiperspirant, which is like actually better for you. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what bothers me is not that. It's like poo people. Like, we talked about poo
Two
people.
people.
People who like who poop and then don't wipe enough, or
So they smell like poop.
they smell like poo. Like you can smell poo on people.
You trying to say I'm a poop?
I
No,
think
but
it
like-
could also be a dietary thing. If you eat really, really badly, then your
Yeah.
sweat smells worse.
Smells like poo.
I think that can happen.
When I eat garlic, I smell less good.
Really?
I'm
Yeah,
never
like-
cooking garlic.
I'm
with you.
really conscientious about smells, so like I always have wet naps on me, always. But I only poo before I shower.
You heard it here first, everybody.
My butt is clean. at
Corrado
all times.
only poos before he showers.
I like how he says poo. It's so much cuter. I don't poop. I poo. Man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how I rebound from that. We're
Is that just it? Is that like our out?
Poo people.
that's close to it. Just making sure no one else has any other things going on.
There's definitely something to be said about pooing before you shower. That seems like the best possible, like, cleanliness.
That's probably the goal, but like, what?
I know a guy who would wash his ass in the sink after he would take a shit every time.
What?
He might be a little neurotic, but like yeah,
No.
he would like back himself up into the sink and like run water, like a sink type bidet
Did you
with a little soap.
Did you ever catch him in the act?
No, we had a conversation about it, and this definitely isn't like a yeah I have a friend. Like I actually have a friend.
I would never allow that person to use my bathroom.
Yeah.
The thought of someone using my personal sink makes me so mad.
That reminds me of, like, you ever walk into like a men's restroom? Obviously, this isn't going to apply to some people. But you walk up and there's people who just, there's a urinal, and some guys just throughout their life they just drop trowel, so their shorts are at their ankles and they're just butt naked peeing in the urinal.
I thought you were gonna say people pooping in a urinal.
No,
I'm glad that's not where we went.
It's just people who are butt naked peeing into a urinal in a public restroom. That's just so weird.
That's weird, yeah.
Has that happened to you, Joey?
Like
You
kids.
ever walk into like a public restroom and there's a grown ass adult?
No, never.
naked? Oh yeah, it's happened to me a couple times.
Nick also doesn't because I would never like. I'm not a fan of like communal gym showers.
Well, I mean, I have to. Otherwise, I will be a poo person, Otherwise, I will stink at work because I go to the gym.
Nighttime gym, best gym.
No, that's the worst. It's the most packed at night.
Because it's the best time to do it. That's why more people are there.
But that's like that makes it worse because there's so many people. In the morning, there's nobody there. Ideal time to go.
No.
I'm not trying to wait around for people. Also, dude, we got all this smart technology in our home. What if we invested in a bidet?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that Brian is just gonna buy me one. He's been joking about doing that.
Dude,
This is getting really meta. I have a friend named Brian who like really pushes bidets, and I really push baby wipes because like it's like a conversation that we have all the time. He's like,
bidets are the best.
baby wipes are the optimal way to poop. If you don't poop with baby wipes, you're a fucking mongoloid.
Bidets are the best.
But yeah, I think my buddy's gonna buy us a bidet,
Hell yes.
and then Coral will be super excited to come over to our house. Coral's gonna save all of her poops when she comes over to Nick's house.
I'm not gonna do that.
I feel like that'd be intimidating for people who've never seen a bidet. They'd be like, "What the hell is this machine in the toilet? What's it? Oh no, what's it doing?"
Anywho, so that was a staff cast. We're doing them regularly. We have a schedule for them. We also have a schedule for like front page, attack light, Aaron Let's Plays. I don't know if it's been published yet. Basically, it's front page every day is Kevin here, right into attack light, right into Aaron Let's Plays. Attack light is just gonna be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and if there's no front page, there'll be an attack light to take its place. So we'll see more of Alex, see more of Kevin, see more of Aaron, just like on a structured schedule, so that you can keep the channel on and it'll run from like one to the next, whether you're like at work or at home, or you just want to watch one or the other. We're making that more consistent. We're fixing the thing that's broken about Patreon, and we're most importantly giving you more shows that way, be it like the staff cast or the BTS or the director's commentaries, or the extra Fridays attack lights are going to be Patreon exclusives. Yeah,
It's gonna be good.
it's gonna be good. We're at a time where we can really try and make up for being neglectful fathers. Like, I think we all feel a little bit like we went out for a pack of cigarettes.
Now we're gonna take you to that Build-A-Bear and build you your own bear.
Yeah, and I guess the only way we know how to apologize is to make more cool stuff that you like. So
What we're doing.
that's the plan.
Yay.
Anywho, now that we got all that out, Alex's keys are on the desk. He is 100% going to ask me where are my car keys in the next 3 hours because he loses everything. But until then, we're gonna go work on other stuff. So sorry about the chipmunks,
That'll be fixed next week.
because we'll get a real professional in here and not Nick.
I'm not an audio guy.
And yeah, you got anything to say, Coral?
No, that was good.
That's good.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just keep talking. I love our background.
I like mine.
Uh,
Thank you. Yes.
I've been swapping.
No, I know.
Give the kids some words of wisdom before we go.
Who the fuck are you? Like you're like pretending to be Kevin. You're like, hey,
Give them a nice little anecdote, a little idiom.
a bird in the hand is worth two in the nest.
There you go.